Hi everyone, welcome back to the craft room. Today's card is going to be made using this 664428, which is Clarence Colorize, Sizzix and Tim Holtz. And I liked the, who did I do the other day? The zebra with just its head, and I thought I would do a just its head on this one as well. I was going to do a shaped card, but we'll do that next time. So just his head coming out of the card somehow. I pulled out the tailored 666289 as well, in case we want to put a hat on him. And I just got to think about what colours to do him. I think if I've got enough blues, I might do him in blues. So let's have a look, see what we've got here. Okay, I'm going to change of heart. I'm going to keep all these pieces. Keep that. Keep that. Save those for another time. Right, I'm going to do everything in this colour and then do some shading, because I'm not sure that I like where that was going. I think the blues are just too different. I would rather they were a bit closer to the same shade. So we'll do it all with this. So apologies for that, but let's get what we need done. Okay, I might cut that out, but I cut them all in different shades and then didn't like what they looked like. So I decided to recut everything in the same shade of card, and I will do a bit of shading with some alcohol pens, I think, so I'll just show you what bits we've got here. We've got another pink piece that I'm not taking it out yet because I will lose it. Okay, so I'm going to put them all together and then I'm going to cut up and through here, I think, so we can just get his head on a spare piece. We'll test these. So I've got PB11. I've got an MG100. MG60. $30. And 20. So we'll see how those dry. 30 is drying to match the card. So we'll put 20 back. That's not going to do anything. 60 is a bit darker. I think we need to go with the PB11. Take out that one. 30, 60 and 11. We'll see how we go with those. If I want it darker, I'll pull a darker one in. So think about where I'm going to cut this. I think I'm going to cut up think if I cut it now, that might be a good idea. It might be an absolute shocking idea, but we'll take there. Let's have a look. So I want his trunk sort of loose, so we'll do that. And then that can hang out. These tusks have still got something to attach to, so we'll leave a little bit of that on. We want to keep his ear, which is there, have that a little bit loose, but we still want his head. So I think that is going to be what we need. And then we can stick and cut off as we go, I think. So let's take that, and then we've got to work on this little bit. So with the darkest one, I am going to dark in there. And we'll dark in that triangle there. And I will do just this part, just in case any of it's left showing. Darken it a little bit more. We want more go over the top. And I'm going to cut up there as well to keep that loose. Stick a little bit of this down. Okay, so with the next one, I do a bit of dark down here. Let's put the ear on next, and that little bit. So, a little bit's going to go in there, and the ear is going to go there. I think that can go on. This bit needs to be a bit darker, so I'll do this one. Oops, other end. Let that dry. I'm going to set it back just a little bit so that some of the dark shows, so you can see it's a different piece, and I might give it another coat of that. And I'll do this piece as well. That's behind. This is behind, so we need to do a bit darker. I'm not sure we need this piece on. Although it does tidy it up a little bit, so maybe. But we'll do dark going into light. How much I'm going to keep on there. Stay that colour. Come down a little bit on that. And just do it so that those two cutouts are dark. We'll stick it on and then do a bit of shading from it. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. possibly have got those the wrong way round, but never mind. They still look as they need to. So we've got some little highlight eyes. We've got eyebrows. A little bit goes underneath, and then we've got 2 eyes and another little one of those. Let's turn these over so that they're right. And okay, hopefully my head's not getting in the way, but I can just see the outline for those eyes there. And there's one eyebrow and there's the other. And then we've got a little piece underneath there and there. And then we have these 2 white bits. So one up there, one up there. I think that is all our pieces. That's not stuck there, which is good because I'm going to cut that off. Actually, let's cut that off like that so it's got something to stick to. This is going to be cut off. I just want to have a little bit for that to stick to. It shouldn't be a huge issue because I'm going to stick that bit on the card anyway. But it does keep it a little bit sturdier. I'll cut off the bits that's hanging. Someone asked me what scissors I used, and I did decide to grab out all the different scissors that I had just to see what I've got knocking about. See, that's the reason I don't use these, is because they're not quite as sharp as I'd like. No. So yeah, I got those, but they're not very sharp at all. They're not too bad on big bits, but if you want to do little bits, they're not great. And I've got these, which are tonic, which are good sharp scissors, but they're a bit... The ones I like are these Fiscus because they're so thin. You know, look, I don't know if you can see. Close those up. See how much thicker those are. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but it does make a difference. So, and what other ones do I find? Oh, these little tiddlers. See what they're like. There must be a reason why I stopped using them. Well, they cut all right. It's probably the... Didn't like the feel of them because they're a bit tight. And the other ones I got, which I got in a packet of other tools, which I'd sent out. Probably because I couldn't get them out the case. That's why I've never used those. Goodness sake. Is there a knack? Oh, there we go. I'm not putting them back in. So they're, I don't know. Do I like those? No, they're a bit too chunky up here and hard. So, yes, I always resort back to these, which are really old. They're Fiskars Stainless Finland. Finland. That's all it says on them. They might be embroidery ones, because they're sometimes better than the paper ones. So stop burping and let's have a look at what we're doing here. I wanted his tusk to be sort of out the aperture, so we're going to cut round there. And there. I think that might be all right. So let's just not chop him anymore, or else I'm going to end up with no elephant left. Because I haven't even thought about how he's going to be on the card. So I'm going to tidy this and I'll get a card panel and see where we're going with him. We could have him coming through an oval. It's the smallest oval we can use. We could make an oval frame with him and his head coming through. We could have his hat on. I've got one of my all-time favourites, which is the Gent 665202. I think I added an extra 2 in there. 665202. And I thought I could monocle him up like that. And we could top hat him. I wonder if, let's see which top hat is gonna fit the nicest. Because we've got a couple. So we've got that one. We've got that one, which is slightly bigger. I think we'll go with this one, but you will have the monocle. So I think we'll do a silver monocle. And go monocle. Do it in black as well and build it up. We'll have a look when we come to putting it on. Whether I need to. Okay, let's get our hole cut in here, which is going to be about there. Okay, so then we're going to do a frame. So get the 2 that you want to do for the frame with, put them together so that they're sort of equal all the way around. Stick them together. And then that's a spare we can keep hold of. There's the frame. Just cut that in black as well. So I did cut a little circle of acetate. I don't know how this is going to fare, but we are going to stick it together in inside these two going together. So, see how it's just going to put there, and then put the silver over the top. I'll do a bit of isopropyl on there to clean it up a little bit. So let's do that. So that's got a little bit of acetate in it. A little bits make all the difference. So we are going to get that stuck on there. Try not to get any more glue on the acetate. Oh, it's been stuck. Right, I think we'll do him a nice little hat. What shall we do? Red, blue. Oh, we could just do a black hat with a colourful band on it. That might be quite nice. Let's look at that. Keep over that in case we want to do an orange hat. Okay, let's get the card blank and a matte layer. Okay, so it's okay. We can cut it off. And then I'll just do a little bit of highlight on here. Okay, a bit annoyed because I've got a little mark there, but what I'm going to do to cover that up is I'm going to put a little flower in his hat. So let me find a teeny tiny flower. So I got little flowers in all different sets, but the first one I came to was this little one, which is from the Advent Calendar, Spellbinders Advent Calendar last year. And talking of Spellbinders Advent Calendars, I am going to get the this year's Advent Calendar from Spellbinders. So I should have that soon. It's all paid for, luckily, the same as the gummy £1 one. I saved up birthday money and such to cover the Advents. So, although I do wait to open the gummy £1 one to closer to the time, I pretty much opened the oh come on Deb, the Spellbinders one early. So if you are interested in a spoiler unboxing, you'll have to let me know, because I don't want to do it if it's something that's going to not be required and end up annoying people because I've spoilt it for them. Although I will put warnings on there. Don't watch it if you don't want to be spoiled. But if you're interested, as I open it anyway, I will do a unboxing video if you'd like to see it of the Spellbinders one, just so you know whether you're gonna want to get it yourself or not. So yeah, let me know. So that little flower's going to go there, and that should just cover up that little mark that I've got there. I would normally put the flower down here, which would look better, but it needs to be where I'm covering up the mark. There we go, it covers up that little mark. So there's today's card, took an hour and a half. With, what's his name? Clarence, isn't it? Yeah, Clarence. Just his head. So not totally clean and simple, but pretty much. So you can get these big dies and still make a smaller image, even though it's still quite a large image. But if that was on a 7x7 card, it would be clean and simple, I think. Nice little white space. Anyway, I will put a sentiment on it at some point, I'm sure. But in the meantime, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Okay, bye.